What up, people? This your boy Vagabond here to give you my thoughts on Bleach Chapter 551 titled The Burnt Offering. Now, I thought this was a good chapter. I'll give it it was a good chapter, because of the action still going on with Bazby and Hitsugaya. And overall, that's what that was like what to me that kept this chapter from, that was that's how I rated the chapter. Overall from that fact, the continuous fight between Hitsugaya and Bazby. But they also had a couple of interesting things happen in this chapter and said within this chapter. Now let's start with the beginning. The beginning, we still have the confrontation, or between Karaku and which is Haswalt. And Haswalt seems that he's trying to confront Karaku, and there's this barrier, a barrier made up of keto, and I know Karaku's vice captain, now appointed vice captain, she created a keto where it can block off Quincy powers, Quincy Reishi or whatever. And the way she was able to do this keto was because during the first invasion, all the Quincy's, you could basically say all the Quincy's, they all left traces of their Ryatsus all over the fucking place. So I'm guessing what she did was she studied that Ryatsu, found some of that Ryatsu, studied it, and created this keto. Now it's only temporary, so they're not gonna be able to block off Hashwalt too long. So yeah, that's what happened there. Hashwalt's telling them, he's giving her props and shit like, okay, I see you, but he also tells her, did you do any of the other captains? Does anybody else know how to make this keto? And I don't think we got a direct answer from her. I think we got an answer from her in Manga Panda, the other translations, but in the manga stream, we didn't get an answer from her. So I trust manga stream more than the other one. So we didn't get a direct answer from her, but he's telling her, well, if none of the other captains don't know how to do this shit, you're fucking stupid, because you should have taught them how to do this. that's what he's basically saying. Cause and I agree with him. Like, I know prepping time and everything. Other captains got to do what they got to do to prep for themselves, but I sort of agree with him on that end. That yeah, they should be able to know this little technique for a little while as a fallback. Like Hitsugaya right now, he could be using that fucking technique right now to block off Bazby, just to allow him enough time to escape. But at the same time, it's like, what good is the technique when it's only temporary? And not only that, there is no escaping in this in this little war that's going on in Soul Society, because like these people, these Quincy's or whatever, they can sense their Ryatsu. They know where you at. You're not gonna be able to run nowhere unless you go somewhere far in the fucking underground, the dungeon or some shit, or fucking Kenpachi's at or whatever shit. But that's what happened in that was like the first part. Of course, the second part, like I said, was Hitsugaya and Bazby was fighting. Hitsugaya, he was trying to escape. He's doing some cheap shit, making ice mist and shit. And Bazby, he saw right through that shit with one finger. I guess he either used the one. Matter of fact, I know he didn't use the attack, because he would have announced it. He would have announced that he used it. But he just, with one finger, he swiped the whole fucking mist away and shit. Like that was in the air of him. But then he used his foot, called Burning Stomp. And he stomped the ground. I guess it was fire. He might have used this fire technique. It might have been a fire technique. It didn't really look like it. But he swatted all the mist away from out of the whole area. Hitsugaya ended up setting a trap and shit for one of his ice techniques. I forgot what it was called, but basically the technique, it looked like a long ass staff of ice, that popped up right out of the ground. Hitsugaya thought he had him dead to rights, but Bazby once again told his ass, you ain't fucking with me with that shit, man. He's like, that bullshit ain't gonna be fucking with me, dog. Now he's like, nah, you know, Basby, he's like, you pissing me off, man. Because now, you know, either you doing this shit on purpose, or you just want me to get, you know, you want me to do my other fingers, you know, my other motherfucking techniques. And, you know, Basby was like, fuck it. Burn his finger too. Got his ass. Big ass explosion. You see his guy there, like, his fucking Zanpakuto toe broke, the tip of it, I believe. It broke. He got like a slash or some shit on his chest or whatever. And, you know, that motherfucker, he's fucked up. He's fucked up. But, yeah, after that happens, one of the other Quincy soldiers, or the, you know, or the, one of the other Vanderbeach ones, Kangdu, that's his name. I know it's Kangdu, but he came. He's like, yo, Basby, don't do nothing to him. You remember we said, all of us said that we're gonna have the last kid. We're gonna kill the ones that we took the Bankais from. So don't do it. So that right there, I think, you know, that's, to me, Kubo, what he did right there is not only did he set up, you know, other future fights. For so far, yeah, other future fights. Well, you know, he already set him up. I mean, Soifan's going against, you know, BG9 for that one, for that, he, you know, that guy, that Bankai. We can only assume that these other captains and Quincy's are gonna go against the ones that took their Bankai too. But not only that, he also set it up for events to get the Bankais back. Because right after he says that, you know, Kane dude, he looking beastly as hell. He got like this Wolverine type claw and shit. I don't know why, but he remind me of a damn Street Fighter character and shit, man. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, he wants to kill Hitsugai because that was the person that he stole the Bankai from. So it's only right for him to kill him because he want to, you know, kill him. So I guess that's what Basby gonna let him do because they agree upon that. And so in the next scene, you got Mayuri still in his little cave or whatever, his man cave and shit, trying to whip, you know, and they sense that two Ryatsus had disappeared, Hitsuguys and soy forms, but we already know what, you know, that really don't mean nothing as of now, you know, it don't mean nothing, cause shit, Byakuya's, his fucking, Ryatsus and shit disappeared, and that motherfucker's still alive, but, yeah, Ryatsu disappeared, and then, next thing you know, Urahara, Kisuke Urahara comes popping out of nowhere, and we don't see him, but we hear that voice, like always, a mystical fucking man or whatever, mystery man and shit. He's telling Mayuri, yo, Mayuri, I gotta wait for the captains to get the Bankais back. Chapter ends there. Now, I wonder what way does he have to get the Bankai back. Now, we remember the last time we saw Urahara or whatever, he was studying that little badge, the little badge or whatever that they the Quincy's had, that they stole the Bankais from. You know, it was like a Quincy badge and shit, and they were using that to steal it. My guess is, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Urahara somehow was able to use that same badge and probably replicate it and reverse the stealing of the Bankais. So like the captains, or he made his own badge. He said, you know, basically said, you know, after studying the whole badge, said, fuck it, fuck those badges, we don't need them. I studied them, I know everything, I know the technology in it. I'm gonna create my own badges, the Soul Society badges, or the Captain badges, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna use their technology and whatever they use to steal the Bankais back. So that's my whole prediction on that. That's why I see that's how I see how it's going. But yeah, Kubo, he's setting up these captain fights. These fights with the captains against the Quincy's that stole their Bankais. That way they can get their Bankais back. Now, because you know, earlier on, I was thinking like I was saying to myself like, yeah, I would like to see some of the guys, these other Quincy's going against these other captains. Like, I don't want to see the same fights again that started out when they first invaded. Like, I don't want to see you know, what's his name? That motherfucker that beat up Byakuya and shit. What's his name? The dude that he was all frightening and shit. I forgot his name, man. Damn. But yeah, him. I don't want to see that. I didn't. That was at first. I don't want to see that fight again because fuck, I want to see Yaka go against another guy. But I guess with their Bankai's back, it gotta be a fair fight, man. It has to be a fair fight. Like you see it, these captains, they can't do shit. They can't do shit. So it has to be a fair fight. Kubo has to set these guys up to get their Bankai's back. But then my next question is, what was the whole fucking point of stealing them? You dig? Well, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the whole fucking point to stealing them? Stealing Bankai's in the first place? Like, as we know right now, nobody has used the Bankai against none of them yet. Not even as a last resort to kill them. Like, shit, nobody has used it yet. The Quincy's. So it's like, now you're gonna give them their Bankai's back without none of the Quincy's using them yet? Like, we saw one Quincy, a couple of Quincy's use it. The guy that beat Byakuya, what was his name, man? What's his name? No, Asnaut. That's his name. That's that motherfucker's name. Asnaut. He used the I think he used the Shikai. I don't know. He used the Bankai. Or something. No, he didn't use it. I don't fucking know, man. Shit. I think he used the Shikai or whatever against Byakuya and fucked him up. Or the Bankai, specifically Bankai. No, he used Bankai because so far we don't know if they can use Shikai or not, but yeah. This was a good ass chapter. Bleach 551. Burnt Offering. I want to see that fucking Karaku versus Hajwal fight, man. I need to see that fight, man. Like, Kubo, get to that fight, bro. That fucking fight, that's a premium fight right there. That's a premium fight. Like, I know, you got Soifan and Hitsugai, I mean, they're alright. I mean, they're not my favorites so far. The guys they're going against, I like them. But see, they ain't doing shit, man. They can't do shit. No Bankai. But Karaku, he got a Bankai, man. He got a Bankai. He never used it. He never showed it. I need to see it. I want to see that fight. Get to it, Kubo. But I'm out of this bitch, man. This was Bleach, chapter 551, man. Holla at your boy. Bleach for life, nigga.